pretty much the big thing to see from Macworld is to see if this new slate will come out. And what the slate is, or what speculations have become of it, is that the slate is a flat screen iPod Touch. It's supposed to be 15-inch, price range from $800 to $1,000, and it's supposed to use its multi-touch technology. It's supposed to either run, well, they're not sure what it's going to run yet.
No.
If it's going to be a Mac OS X, or if it's going to be like the iPod Touch and iPhone firmware.
Yeah.
Where it'll look with like multiple apps and, you know, how it plays.
Well, if you stick with Apple's OS sort of integration, they're due for another OS upgrade.
Yeah, they're going to start doing an OS upgrade. And they might announce a new OS upgrade. Who knows what they'll do. You know, Snow Leopard just launched, you know, what, 4 months ago? About 3-4 months ago?
Sure.
Right, it was right before Windows 7 got announced. And nobody really saw much from it. Nobody noticed, you know, there weren't big differences except the startup speeds and the boot speeds, and unlike, you know, Windows 7, where there was a lot of new features, a brand new look. There was a lot that we saw from it. So it'll be interesting to see what Apple comes out with. Apple does like to impress, though.
Yeah.
So, you know, a lot of people have been asking, well, is there going to be new iPhones, new iPods? Nobody's sure. Nobody's sure what to expect.
Yeah.
There hasn't been really any speculations for a new iPod or a new iPhone. The only thing a lot of people are hoping for is for an iTouch to come out with the camera on it. I don't see Apple doing that anytime soon.
No.
Because it will cut into their cost for the iPhone. Because a lot of people will buy iTouch instead, and I'm using Skype on it. And talking through that because of AT&T.
Well, it'd be nice, like they have with that, I forget the name of the camera, I'll look it up, but it has the screen on the front and back, you know?
Yeah, I saw that.
What would be nice is if Apple took the idea, but except with the screen, or you could have the screen on both sides, or you could have a camera on just the front side so that Skype would be easier to use.
Yeah. And who knows what that happened.
Yeah.
The thing is, Apple won't put it on their touch, at least not now. At least I don't see it now, because it'll cut into funding for the iPhone. People will stop buying iPhones, which they don't want to buy an iTouch, and then that's why they put a camera on the back of the Nanos in the first place. Yeah, is to make some people happy.
But the camera on the Nanos is worse than phones.
Yeah, yes and no. I don't see people buying the Nanos.
Yeah. Because
of a camera. They're buying a Nano because they need a new iPod, and having the camera on it's just something there. But for an iTouch, they're gonna buy an iTouch with the camera on it for the camera.
They will buy it for the camera
because the camera is what's gonna make and break it right now. Because you know, an iPod Touch costs $300, $400, and if they have a camera on it where they can take photos, send video. And now with Apple's, you know, you're able to stream now with Apple, except AT&T won't support it. Another, you know, bad thing with AT&T.
Yeah, Apple, you need to get your game straight and know which phone companies to get contracts with.
It would have been nice to have Verizon in the first place. Okay, AT&T can say that they have true 3G. Yeah. But it's only when it works.
Yeah. If you can find it.
Yeah, if you can find it, especially in California, especially in San Jose and San Francisco. Because San Francisco, you don't got shit.
No.
San Jose, you have it some places, but it's limited.
Yeah.
You know, I get Verizon better here than I do AT&T, and even Verizon sucks. But at least I get something. And then, you know, so it'll be interesting. And then Apple's been getting pretty pissed off at AT&T. Yeah. Because AT&T's CEO announced that it was 4% of their market are using up 44% of their data. Well, and they wanted to charge. Their thing was that they were going to find ways to cut down on the usage of their data. You can't do that. You can't cut down on usage of data, especially in today's world, because everybody's turning to use more data, to share more media. Just what we talked about earlier, you're going to share more stuff online with, your friends and family who live across, across state borders, and you're going to use up a lot of data. You can't charge more.
No.
If you're going to charge more, you're going to piss a lot of people off, and they're going to change coverage.
If anything, they should up the cap.
Yeah, they need to up the cap.
And drop the fine for going over the cap.
Yeah. And then, Apple got pissed off at them in the same week that their CEO announced that. Apple announced as a big F you to AT&T that they were going to allow live video feeds from iPhones to whatever service, to whatever applications that are out there. So, it's great to have that, and there's a lot of things Apple iPhones are able to support, but their coverage won't support it.
Yeah.
And so that's another big thing that we want to see from Macworld this year, is that iPhones are going to be cross-platform, open source, like Google's new phone and the Droid. It'd be nice to see them move to Verizon or move to an open source.
Yeah, but even if they don't, there's that already big hacking community that's already working on that.
Well, you can hack it this way and that way, but it'd be nice to have Apple support.
It would be nice. That would be nice, definitely. It would be a lot easier than circumventing it and then going to some guy asking him to do it and getting ripped